feels like the 51st state. You know, you can't help but be inundated with American culture back home. I was born way up north in a place that kind of looks a bit like this, sort of remote suburbia. I got into music largely because of my parents. There's been a lot of music around all the time. I have a strong memory at the age of 5 sitting in front of our black and white TV, and Elvis Presley came on. This famous scene with him dancing in Jailhouse Rock, where he slides down the poles and everything, and I was just blown to pieces seeing that thing.
The sun sweeps bruised brushes today. There's a dead man in the closet.
I was in this band called Brent. A thing that happened back in Norway at the right time was this alternative country thing happening, and so we were kind of a alternative country band. We had a couple of radio hits, and we were signed to a big record label, and it was sort of the first tap on the shoulder. America is sort of the musical mecca, and I needed no convincing when I got an offer to come over, and I got a job, and I saw that as an opportunity to potentially build my career from here.
Clothed in scattered clothes, there's a dead man in the closet.
I had lots of songs lying around, so I thought I've got to do something with these songs and try to just get something together that I thought was coherent and that, you know, this might be something other people would like too. So I decided to put it out. When it came time to make my second album, I knew that I wanted something a little bigger. I wanted to stay on the theme of how American culture has influenced me. So I knew I wanted it to be sort of bluesy, somewhat dark, but I wanted a bigger, fuller sound.
The wind sings with a deep soothing.
I think you can tell what kind of great musicianship there is around. That's one thing I appreciated with coming to Brooklyn and coming to New York, is that you have access to fantastic, just world-class musicians, and that's what I wanted. But yet, it sounds big. Doing 4 videos for an album might seem a little much, but I ended up talking to a guy called Johan Anderson. And Johan had this idea of creating a sort of a mini-series, a story where you would follow 3 people from a beginning, middle, and an end. As we were talking about it, between sort of him and my wife, they got this idea, why don't we just do a full-fledged mini-series? Focus on the story and the storyline, maybe more than picking the hit singles. And so we decided to do that, and Johan listened through the album and he picked the 4 songs that he felt could support a storyline the best. We had a fascination with the noir genre in general, and him being a 4th generation Norwegian, I think we bonded over some of the nuances of the noir Scandinavian feel. We're following a story of a priest, and he is sort of trying to reach out for his goals in his life, and he fails miserably at that. Part of why this video works so well is casting. And so Chelsea, she's obviously a beautiful girl, but she carries something else with her. When she goes for it, there's something going on, and she has that sort of that grittiness and the beauty. Paul, who plays kind of a mean personality, but also a just personality, he sort of embodies the thing that will come cracking down on you when least expected. Perhaps maybe because of some stuff you've done or said. He's sort of the ultimate consequence.
Lay down in the dark. Lay down in the dark.
There is no dialogue. So you have to find characters that can sort of embody the feelings and the thoughts and, you know, whatever you want to express. It's in the nuances, it's in the little things. You know, if you watch the videos a couple of times, you will realize those tiny little things are there for a reason. And again, that's all Johan. For instance, in Crows on the Wire, they spray the car with some water, and as we're driving through New Jersey, you see these branches sort of reflected in the car, almost like arms reaching out for the car, something that kind of reaches out for you, coming after you. Dead Man in the Closet, you'll see behind me a wall of lights. And that's such a beautiful, simple creation. They built a little wall, punched a few holes in it, and put lights behind the wall and had people standing there moving the lights. So you will see them move behind me as I'm singing the song. I didn't want this to be just dark and gloom, but life has an element of that, and I wanted that to be part of this album. I wanted that to be part of this video, because I think it is important to sometimes stare your darkest fears in the eyes and deal with that rather than run away from it. I think he found a beautiful way of translating some of these ideas and some of that music onto film.
There is nothing here you can trust, nothing here you can